You'll see on this
Another
course,
par.
the signs are going to start being labeled differently. It's because there are 2 holes that are not on this course currently. They are under construction. This hole, the big over-the-top shot is probably the best way to get it to. However, it is very difficult. So I'm going to try and thread the gap right here, which I successfully do. But she kicks a little too far back left for me. I'm going to be stuck underneath that tree looking for a 2. We got Jake here. Appear to be throwing the culvert again. Let's just knocked down by that tree.
Gets me out into an open area to lay it up for another par.
Maybe probably 180 out or so, I would guess. And he plops right down next to the basket. I had a real funny position underneath this tree. Kind of had to lean back and end up just pushing it a little far to my right and left myself with about a 30-foot putt for par. At this point in the round, my putts were feeling comfortable, so I wasn't all that concerned. Like I can make it. Here's Jake lining up his 3. Moving on. This hole, they label it as 424. I think it plays more like 460 personally. You're gonna see 2 baskets down here. You got that first one's an old basket, and further one's a Mach 10. That's what we're playing to. Another hole where you really get to rip on it. You're gonna see me throwing that yellow destroyer of mine, and I get a great throw. Hit that hill, skip up, hit the tree, and I'm looking at it too on this hole. It's not an easy 2 to get.
Right on that culvert.
Jake's rocking the culvert. Ends up a little early release. He's gonna finish left.
Yeah.
Not a bad spot to be. The biggest thing you gotta deal with is that big guardian tree.
Big old tree.
And it is by no means small.
No.
Jake with a second shot, you're gonna see it plop down here right about now. Left with about a 25-foot putt for par.
Yeah.
Here we are, just getting a video of the tree and all its greatness. I'm walking off my putt to see how far I am.
Hangs down quite a bit, low ceiling once you're in the tree.
So
nice
look back of the pad. I was forced to straddle putt this for my jump putt and canned it. Felt real good to get that too.
Throwing my gateway putter.
Nails it.
Crushed it.
This hole's got quite a bit of distance to it. It's over 500 feet. For the right-handed player, you do have this retaining wall to your right to kind of play with. I throw a turnover shot. Typically, there is a forehand option. You can get a little bit further with the backhand. Personally, at least I do. But I'm going to try this. It's a metal flake mamba. I'm just going to throw it out far left and let the disc do the work. And I end up just crushing it. It was every bit of 470 on that disc. And Jake lining up his forehand.
Oh. Same disc, same channel. Gets high. Fades off to the left, I believe. Was there again after this and ended up throwing it up over the wall there and got a really good shot. I don't know what I backhanded there. Forehand something.
You do a forehand it. So I am just right in front of this bush. Super long look for a 2. Just kind of throw it up there, take my 3, move on.
Safe bet.
Here's Jake trying to save his 3 on this hole.
That's my Archon. Launch the Archon back there. Trying to save my par. Short.
Knock down my 3.
Good old-fashioned bogey. It's a good hole though. It's fun.
We got hole 14. somewhat
The tee pads are pretty nice.
plays more challenging than what it should. I would say. You're gonna see that basket up there in the shade. There is a creek right before it that has a tendency to eat discs.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna see it now. It plays the entire hole.
Oh, it gets real deep around the corner there.
So there's the bridge, and you'll see me back in the red. I'm standing on the tee pad. Oh, waving. There's most of these holes do have a short basket or a rec basket, an AM basket, whatever you want to call it.
That's where they die. You'll never find them down there.
And that's where the discs go. So here I am. I'm gonna line up a turnover with a DX Rock 3 with the Halloween stamp on it, and I ended up
Floats right in.
safe shot. I'm looking at a death putt though. You know,
That drop off is pretty bad into the river there.
we got Jake here. He's line up his green Champion Thunderbird.
Launched it way too far.
And there
Put
it
everything
is,
I had into it.
going out of bounds.
Skipped across the road. Had to take a penalty stroke.
So here's Jake taking his meter in. He's gonna take his putt for 3 here at the basket.
Oh man, I wanted to sink this.
And he's safe.
Yep.
So I sat here after Jake knocks this in. I was debating on whether or not I run at this too. My putting
takes a run at it.
my putting had been pretty decent. You know what? I'll try it.
Goes for it.
And it goes swimming.
Yep.
It goes
Took
down.
off, set the phone down.
There, that water we're talking about. So I ended up going down in the water, and as you're gonna see, the phone's gonna sit for a minute. And then we're back up.
I had to sacrifice getting a little bit of my foot.
So I'm gonna be now putting for a
It
4.
it landed, went through
try
these
and
bushes
save
right
that.
behind you.
After taking a water
Hit that
penalty,
first
which
set of
is
rocks
fine.
and laid up for a split second. I had to
Here
go
any
for it.
minute now.
If I wouldn't
See
have,
it.
it would have been gone like the rest. I need a second to breathe.
It's nice view.
That was as fast as I could move to set the phone down in a safe place.
Yeah.
It's not easy down there,
Carter
bro.
Shorts. Here I am. Gonna try and save that 4. Focus on getting that nose up on my putt. I'm able to save a bogey. Next hole is a big, for the right-hander, a turnover shot. Basket's up to the right. The forehand's hard to get up there so far just because of the brush right in front of you. To get the distance, you need it to keep
I
it
can't
low.
throw forehand over that. I gotta throw a backhand.
Backhand.
Just bomb it.
Well, for the flight path, your backhand makes more sense.
Left-handed backhand.
Here's Jake lining up his second shot with his compass.
Yep. Gets it close. I get it close.
Here he is trying to save his 3.
Sweep it up. Move on.
And he does.
Yeah.
Here I am trying to make a 2 on this. I've never actually got a 2 on this hole. And
It isn't as easy as it appears.
it's not going to happen today either. I'm going to go and take my par and move on. Hole 16. One of my favorite holes in the course.
It is.
You're not going to see the basket. It's not a very long hole. For the right-handed player, the hyzer's really your best option.
I like to throw it straight down the pipe. Right where you're aiming right there. Right down into that little dark hole.
I was busy watching some people, and there I am. Getting ready to throw. Throwing a
watching.
dynamic disc felon right here. It's a beefcake. It's something I can throw, and she crashes down. Video you don't see. I end up right next to the basket. It was a phenomenal drive.
Oh, my shot. I think I end up down by the river.
You do end up down by
Right down the
river.
pipe though, just like I had mentioned. Nice forehand. Zipper.
And it goes crashing into the tree. It was about an inch from going in the water. Gotta look at your 2 here. And a turnover putt, and he's close.
Yeah, it looked good. It was a good, clean throw. Just not quite enough.
There I am tapping in my 2. And good. Jake tapping in his 3.
A little unhappy about that, but I'll take it.
So hole 17, short hole. Biggest risk is that water gets pretty nasty up by that basket, so you just want to throw something that's not going to end up over there. I end up hitting that tree and it's plopping down right there. Come on, man. And Jake's going to try and take this opportunity to get a birdie. And he's not paying attention. Oh, there it is. Oh.
Yeah, I was thinking about how exactly I wanted to throw it. Turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah,
Tree pop.
so the tree's a lot today. Just getting up there for my 3. And Jake trying to pick up his 2.
Gotta get it.
Does not happen. Couple pars.
Rarely does, but it's getting better. Happily take a par.
And the last one on the course is
I think my favorite is
top.
definitely the
I
hardest.
would say top 2 hardest. This or hole 6. Hole 6 has got a little bit more distance to it. This you're gonna see the fairway right there. You're not gonna see the basket for a while. There's water all along the right side of the fairway, and there's some cattails that are now the owner of a new champion Thunderbird of Jake's.
Yep, somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there.
Lost that one today.
So you're
Not
gonna
in this
see
particular
you
video, no.
really want to stay out of that water.
At all costs.
We managed to lose the video myself. I hit this tree to the left of Jake right here, about 150 feet off the pad. Not a great drive. Here's Jake throwing that champion Thunderbird. Great line, just comes in, hits that tree.
Smashed it.
Yeah, there's more water. And this is the
Tennis courts.
second part of the fairway. Basket's going to be up there in those pines, about 200 feet from where the cameraman's at right now.
I was trying to get it in focus.
So here I am, lining up my second shot from underneath that tree, and I rip on a Thunderbird of my own, and just a great second throw, maybe 200 feet out of the basket.
And the sun was pretty bright. Let her rip, tater chip.
There's Jake, gonna throw probably a Thunderbird again,
Yeah, forehand Thunderbird.
and he hits another tree.
Yep.
This hole has the most trees out of all the holes, I would say.
Any
Bas-
holes that have trees, I tend to hit trees.
Basket's down there. Jake's drinking a root beer. And just any time now.
Fashion root beer.
I guess it probably was not.